Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld, one of Disney's most successful and beloved movie musicals of all time. Aladdin has come to Broadway at the New Amsterdam Theater, and I'm here on opening night to celebrate with the company. Here we are, opening night in Armani.
Yeah, my first Armani suit I've ever worn. It's pretty nice. Dapper Dan.
Congratulations. How do you feel tonight?
Oh, I feel awesome. It's been 3 years, this long, arduous road, many rewrites, many carpet rides, but we finally made it, and I can't be happier than what we've been able to accomplish.
The show is perfect. I was here a few nights ago. It's so magical. The beautiful journey you and the cast take us on. Talk about working with Casey Nicholaw at the helm.
Casey's a genius. He's a genius with the comedy and just the energy, the atmosphere he creates for actors to be able to really just create and not feel like there are people watching them and, self-conscious. So we've been able to try things that have totally bombed and then tried things that have been really successful, and each time we do the show, we've been getting better and better, and that's where he's such a good audience member. He really is able to key in on things that need to be tweaked and worked on, and he's a genius, really.
What is it like playing a Disney prince?
Playing a Disney prince is it's a lot of pressure. It's a big shoes to fill, I guess you could say. And playing Aladdin is definitely tough. I think I played Simba and the Lion King, but this is even bigger than that. This is a humongous deal for me, and I feel so honored to be able to play the role.
And singing this beautiful score.
Yeah. Alan Menken's music in this show, it hits you in the heart and it gets you in the toes. It just gets you going. I think audiences really respond well to that music, and I love singing that music every night. I have so much fun singing Proud of Your Boy and doing Somebody's Got Your Back, that little duet I do with the Genie. All the songs really together just create such a fun show, and I'm just really happy that it's all coming together.
Audiences love this show. They're on their feet in the middle of a show. How that makes you feel?
I've never seen anything like that. I've never been to a show where they jump up in the middle of an act like that. So it's really amazing what we've created, and kudos to all the creative team. It's awesome.
So my final question is, when you took your bow tonight, returning to Broadway, what did you think?
When I took my final bow tonight, I was just filled with such excitement and such relief as well, just because it's been such a long road. But it's so fulfilling to be in the show at this moment. I'm in the right place at the right time, playing this role. My wish has come true.
I'm freaking out. It's so exciting. I can't believe it's finally here, and we're here, and we had the most amazing audience, and I'm so thrilled. I'm over the moon.
You're a Disney princess. It doesn't get any better than this, does it?
It doesn't get any better than this. This is my dream, every little girl's dream to play a Disney princess, and I'm living it. I couldn't be happier. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world.
And working on this material, what you love about it?
Oh my gosh, everything. I used to sing these songs in my shower. I used to sing these songs with my girlfriends when I was, this tall, and it feels surreal to be singing it on a Broadway stage. It's unbelievable.
And working with this cast.
The cast is amazing. Everybody loves each other so much. They love the show. They put their whole heart into it, and it just lifts everybody up. And having that support is the best thing you could possibly ask for in a cast.
I don't remember the last time I was at a show. From the second the show started, the audience just starts screaming and they stand up.
They stand up for, it feels like they want to stand up for every number. We can hear them. We can hear the support from the very beginning when the curtain drops and you see James on that stage, and you feel the audience, and you know it's going to be a great show.
And singing this beautiful score.
Oh my gosh, what can you say? Alan Menken, he's the king. Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. These are classics. People won't ever forget these, and Aladdin is the perfect example of that. It's unbelievable. I hope the audiences love us singing it,
And meeting all the little girls, what that's like.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of when I was a little girl. It reminds me when I used to dress up like Princess Jasmine or Belle or the Little Mermaid, and it brings me back to that, and it's wonderful to see.
So when you took your bow tonight, what went through your mind?
Oh my gosh. My grandma was in the audience, my mom, my dad, everybody. It was so beautiful to see everybody there and to feel the love. I'm crying always, and it's just so beautiful. My agents were there, my best friend, my boyfriend. I mean, just to have them there and supporting me. I really am the luckiest girl in the world. I couldn't ask for anything more.
It feels amazing. Like riding a wave, hanging 10 on a 20-footer. It is the most phenomenal feeling to be a part of this production and to be one of this amazing cast. And tonight was absolutely electric.
When did you start with the project?
I started it here in New York, not in Seattle, but I started in New York last September. So for me, it's been a 6-7 month odyssey, and what a wonderful journey. And this destination is unbelievable.
Talk about the role that you play.
I play the Sultan Hamed, Sultan of Agrabah. And I'm a stickler for the ancient ways, and I want my daughter to follow them and go along with the program, but she just doesn't want to do that. And along the way, I have to learn to respect her view and her wishes, and I grow as well as a person. So there's an arc to my character, and I even change the laws a little bit. The best part of being back on Broadway is being in a smash hit and being with this amazing cast, working with Adam Jacobs and Courtney Reed and the amazing James Monroe Iglehart, and being directed by Casey Nicholaw. This creative team and this acting team is the stuff dreams are made of.
So congratulations. It's opening night. How do you feel?
It's very surreal, but I'm so happy and so excited and really so proud for a lot of the people involved in the show. It's just a wonderful feeling.
So when did you get involved in the show?
Back at when the production was done at Fifth Avenue in Seattle, I was involved with that and started and stayed with it ever since.
So talk about the role that you play and what you love about him.
I love Babcock because he's the wise guy. It's everything is set up, and I come in with a one-liner, and how much fun is that? So it's been great.
And working with this cast.
This has to be one of the most positive, kind-hearted casts I've ever worked with. And I'm actually, James Iglehart, the genie, is one of my best friends, and I can barely talk about his performance without breaking into tears because I'm so proud for him, but I just loved it. So.
And tell me what you love about the musical.
Well, it's interesting because I really think we're trying to push the fact, and it's true, that it's for everybody. It's for everybody. The kids are going to love it. The adults are going to love it. The kids have the genie who is a kid at heart anyway, and we've got wisecracks for the adults, and one of the finest scores ever written. So I think it's you can't go wrong.
And working with director Casey Nicholaw.
He's hysterically funny and quite a hoot, and I've never seen someone bring so much positive energy just by himself. His whole team is positive energy, but there's just something about him that's infectious, and we would do anything for him.
And listening to the audience, stand and cheer every performance, how that makes you feel.
Well, like I said, tonight especially, I kind of lost it sitting there in my dressing room listening to a friend like me, but it's very rewarding, and the hard work paid off, and I'm just really blown away by it.
Congratulations. It's opening night. Broadway, how does it feel?
It's incredible. I couldn't have imagined a better, more wild place to be tonight.
When did you join the project?
I joined the project in 2011. I was in the Seattle production. I played Iago in Seattle, and then now here I am on Broadway.
Let's talk about this great role. Tell me who he is, what you love about him.
I like his dark humor. I like that he's a nod to the film, but he's also kind of his own entity now because, I'm not a parrot anymore. But, they kind of just let me run with it. Yeah.
So did you have you helped create him the way he was going to be seen on stage?
Yes. Originally, the character was a little softer, and he still had a little bit of an evil side. But now he's a little put upon, and is kind of tired, and just wants to have the power. And so I think it's fun to play evil. I have an older sister, so I have a lot of practice.
So you know what it's like.
Absolutely. Yeah. She perfected my evil laugh for me. Yeah.
And talk about your sidekick, of course, Jafar, Jonathan Freeman. Talk about working with him and what it's been like collaborating together.
I've been a fan of the movie since it came out. Jonathan Freeman is such a wonderful scene partner. He's so generous and kind. We have dinner together all the time and just laugh and talk. And so being on stage with him feels like home. It really does.
The audience falls in love with you. Why do you think that is?
Because they're demented.
Everybody wants to have that little bit like, I wish I could say what he said.
Yeah, absolutely. And they get to be a little evil through Iago and enjoy Jonathan's just, sheer presence. So, yeah.
And tell me what you love about the material itself and working with this creative team.
Oh my gosh, Chad gave us some wonderful lines in Toronto and some new wonderful lines in New York, and it's been so easy. It really has. He'll put something down in front of you. You'll try it. If it doesn't work, he has something else, and it's bigger and better. And it was really easy.
And working with this cast.
They're beautiful, and I'm a character actor, and kind of want to get fit one day, but they dance their faces off every night, and I have no idea how they stand at the end of the night because I'm exhausted by the end of the show and I don't dance. So.
So when you took your bow tonight, opening night on Broadway, what went through your mind?
I started welling up and I got a little embarrassed, but it was electricity. I mean, this is it. This is the big time, and I'm so proud and lucky to be here on Broadway.
I'm ecstatic. I mean, it's my Broadway debut. I know I'm an old man in terms of this cast, but it's a dream come true. I'm just over the moon. I can't even. My mind is blown. Yeah. So.
What a way to come to Broadway.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trick there, but Seattle. I came from the Seattle company, and Seattle got such a great scene for like birthing these new musicals and giving them legs early on. And they just took me along with them, and I feel so lucky to be part of this cast. I mean, it's so incredible. Yeah.
What a great role. Talk about that.
Cassinian, pretty close to my heart. I've been picking pockets all night. No, I haven't. But it's he's kind of a rascal, and he's a loudmouth and a bossy guy, but he's a lovable rogue, kind of a man boy. So I definitely relate to his story for sure. Yeah.
It's cool, the three of you playing Aladdin's sidekick, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, we do have to, replace the lovable Abu. But we have our moments, and Abu doesn't really talk, so it doesn't work so great for stage. But we're having a great time, and those fans actually find us. The Abu fans will find the trio and seek us out for autographs and hook up on Twitter and Facebook, and yeah, so it's great.
This was such a big hit as a movie, and now it's going to be a huge hit as a show. What that means to you?
I'm just excited to be part of the legacy of this show. It was one of my favorites. It was, he was a little brown boy, somebody I could relate to, and so I'm excited to be part of the journey of this show. I mean, it's such a magical piece, such great lore, and the cast is phenomenal. So I feel lucky, really lucky to be part.
And then you have your director-choreographer, Casey Nicolau, at the helm. What has that been like working with him?
He's an actor's director in my book, even though he's, dancer, choreographer, whatever, but he remembers what it's like to be on that stage and how hard we work and what we put into it, and our hearts are out every night. He remembers that, and he pays attention, and you can see it in our faces. He knows when we're losing it, he knows when we're joyous, and he shares in all of it. So it's been brilliant to work with him. He's one of my heroes, for sure.
So when you took your bow tonight on Broadway for your debut at the New Amsterdam, what went through your mind?
Where's my dad? Where's my honey? Where's my wife? Yeah, they were, I had family here to see me, and just lost my mind. I mean, tears
the lights. I mean, it's just, I don't know, you try to take a moment and soak it in, but it's unexplainable. It's just really, it's truly, it's a dream come true.
You've got a whole run to experience it 8 times a week. Just remember that.
Oh yeah, gotta keep that sword arm ready to go, stay limber, you know, so yeah.
Welcome back to Broadway first.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here. You're the new mayor of Broadway, I assume.
I am. What's it like being back?
Well, it's, you know, I'm doing a great show right now. I'm having a great time. We have a beautiful company. We have beautiful crews. Even the orchestra is beautiful as they sing cabaret. It's been a great experience, and people seem to want to come back to see it over and over again. That's a good sign. And we want to go back and do it every night. What about that?
The audience the other night, it was like the third number in the show. It just stopped. They all get up and start screaming and yelling during the show. I mean, when was the last time?
Up and James Iglehart. That's why. I mean,
the audiences are loving this show. What is it like for you to hear that every night?
Well, it's very exciting. You know, it happens. It happens, I guess, in one's career one time like that if you're lucky, and I've had it now happen a couple times, I guess. And She Loves Me gave me the same thrill when I did it all those years ago, and I'm sort of experiencing that again. There's a bit of a thrill with the show. It's a good ride, isn't it?
Talk about the role that you play. What's it like playing evil?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, it's a lot of fun to connive, and you know, who doesn't like to wear 500 pounds of velvet every night?
Gorgeous clothes.
Yeah, Greg Barnes. Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that. We have Greg Barnes, we have Natasha Katz, we have Bob Crowley, we have Casey Nicholaw. You know, we got everybody. We got everybody on our team that we want.
Well, let's talk about working with Casey at the helm. I mean, brilliant director, choreographer.
Brilliant. I mean, look, you know, we've had a good show for quite a while. We've done it in many incarnations, and we've had a really good show and a nice run of it for a while. But Casey figured out how to make it a great ride. He just knows.
And what you love about this material, because first you did it on screen, and now you're doing it on stage.
Yeah. Well, the material, first of all, the story holds up after all these hundreds of thousands of years, well, thousands of years anyway. It's a great story. The music that everybody knows and loves from the movie is still there, and there's more music on top of that. And I think that the new music is equally as beautiful. And some of it is old music that, as you know, we've restored from many years ago. And I've been living with Jafar for 23 years now. He's been with me a long time. So it's really been a nice ride. It's just been a terrific ride. And I'm glad we're here. I can't believe we're here. I'm so thrilled that we are, though.
When you took your bow tonight, what went through your mind?
I can't tell you everything that went through my mind because that wouldn't be fair. But it was quite a rush and a flood of 23 years of working on a character, not every day, but for 23 years. And I must say that I was thinking about our wonderful Howard Ashman, who's no longer with us, and although I believe he was there tonight, I could certainly feel that. And when the curtain came down, I lost it a little bit with my friend Alan Menken. It's a lot. I've been thinking of a lot of things, actually. I'll tell you one quick thing, which you might want to cut out, but I'll tell you anyway. You know, Carol Rothman is being honored, second stage. I'm actually here. One of the reasons I'm here is because there was a man named Albert Tavares, who was the casting director, and cast a show that I did for second stage for Carol Rothman and Robin Goodman. It was called In a Pig's Valise with Nathan Lane, my friend. And Albert Tavares cast that. And that was one of the first times that anyone allowed me to be a villain in New York. And Albert Tavares cast the film. And unfortunately also passed away. And suddenly I was writing a note to Carol Rothman to congratulate her, and this flood of Albert Tavares and, oh my God, this is what happens. This is really how it happens, you know. So that's what I was thinking about.
That's wonderful. So here we are, it's opening night. How do you feel tonight?
Oh, it's amazing. This is such a cool experience to have the audience so into it, and then partying, and it's a once in a lifetime experience. Definitely.
When did you start with the project?
I started in the fall of this past year, so when we went to Toronto and then to Broadway.
Hey, talk about the role you get to play.
I play Omar, which is one of Aladdin's friends, and it's so much fun because we can just be funny and silly and play sword fighting and sing, and it's just a blast. I love working with the other two guys, and we just have fun the whole time.
And the audience falls in love with you guys immediately. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it's great to have the audience love us, and we just try to keep making them laugh and keep it fast and have a great time, and hopefully they'll keep coming back for more.
Talk about working with your director, Casey Nicolau.
Working with Casey is great. I've worked with him a couple of times before, and it's just he always brings such an imaginative view of everything, and he's really reinvented this movie, this project, into such an amazing stage version that I'm grateful for him using these characters that didn't exist in the original movie. But you know, it's incredible what he brings to bring the magic of Aladdin.
And working on this material, I mean, this is Alan Menken, Howard Ashman, Tim Rice.
It's incredible to have Alan Menken know your name, one, and to actually talk about the music and the characters and what he was going through writing this movie that I adored as a kid and ran used the VHS tape until it was broken. But like it's he's a living legend. So to work with Alan is just incredible.
And being on Broadway in this show at the New Amsterdam Theater, what it means to you?
Well, the New Amsterdam Theater is such a historic theater, and to have these incredible audiences every night and just bring it in and out, and for HO's week, it's a magical experience for everybody involved.
So when you took your bow tonight, what went through your mind?
I was thinking, hope my parents are proud of me. They were in the audience, and I just thought, it's incredible the journey that people, who are on Broadway, you work so hard to get here, and when you do it, this is what you do it for. This wonderful moment of opening and having an audience just love you. That's everybody's dream who wants to be on Broadway.
It's opening night. How do you feel?
Absolutely electric. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. It's opening night in a Disney show. The Disney show is Aladdin, my favorite cartoon, and we're at the New Amsterdam Theater. I just kind of I cried 3 times tonight. One of them being on stage. So yeah, it was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better night, really.
This is a dream come true for you in a dream role, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This is a wish and a dream of a 17-year-old kid, and I look back and I just go, I remember sitting in the theater saying, I want to do that. I don't know how. I want to do that. I remember going to the Disney parks and seeing things and going, I want to do that. I don't know how. And it happened. It literally happened. And I'm pitching myself every day that I get to do this and sing and do this role 8 shows a week. And I love it. It's great.
Was this one of your favorite Disney movies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had the VHS in the clamshell.
That's it.
I had the cassette tape, which lets people know how old I am. There was no MP3s back then. And I had to buy the tape again because I had broken it, because I kept playing Only Friend Like Me and Prince Ali over and over and over again. So my mom had to buy me another one. So yeah, this was definitely one of my favorites. And anytime I see the genie anywhere, I get it, or I buy the merchandise that have it. So my dressing room has nothing but genie stuff in it. People are like, oh, you got it for the show? I was like, no, I've had this already.
I knew I was going to play this somewhere down the line.
This was going to happen.
So tell me about that day when you got the call. You were in the car, right, with your wife?
Yeah. No, what happened was, my wife had told me, we knew that we were going to either get a negative call or a positive call. They said someone's going to call. And my wife was like, I'm at work, so tape it. I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to tape it? She was like, find a way. So I just happened to be buying a phone for my niece. We get out the car, we get in the car, she has her phone out, Casey calls me. And I don't answer the phone quickly because the camera isn't ready. So I quickly hung up, and I hope that isn't a bad thing. I park, and I said, look, turn on the phone. She had just opened it and put the new battery in it. The first thing she did, I said, okay, I'm going to call. Hit record. And what you saw is what happened. And it was captured by my niece. What you don't see, the video is a little bit longer, is me calling my wife, and we're crying on the phone together. Of me just saying, baby, it happened. Finally, I'm playing the genie in Disney's Aladdin. And we just kind of went crazy together. It was wonderful.
You have the audience in the palm of your hand from the second you come on that stage. How does that make you feel?
absolutely fantastic. I have been a ham since I was a little kid, and the fact that they're letting me do it on purpose on Broadway, yeah, it's kind of the greatest feeling ever. I'm so glad that people are just coming with us and getting with us. It's that the fact that they're enjoying it and they're just like digging it so much. It doesn't get any better than that. It really, really doesn't. This is my third Broadway show, and I've never felt like this. It's magic, which is funny to say. It's literally magic.
I was there the other night, like in the fourth row, and you guys just blew me away. So tell me what it's like working with this cast and working with your director.
First of all, Casey Nichols is one of the funniest and smartest directors I've ever worked with in my entire life. And he allows us to be free to go crazy and make mistakes and just do things. He always goes, well, show me something, do it. And he'll go, I don't like that. Or, that's it, keep that. He's like so free to let us play. And my cast is great. Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody sings a song like Adam Jacobs. That boy is amazing. And Courtney Reed's one of the most beautiful females ever. And she embodies the princess of Princess Jasmine. And my cast is some of the hardest working folks on Broadway. We have 12 people making their Broadway debut. And these people work their butts off to get here. So I have a great team. We're literally a family. We are literally a family. And it's fantastic to work with them. I love coming to work every night.
So how does it feel to stop a show 8 times a week where it stops cold, the audience gets up, everybody, and just claps for 5 minutes?
I don't think there are any words for that. The first time it happened, I kind of went, that's odd. I've never seen that before. And when it kept happening, I went, okay, this is something that can happen. So you just have to go with it. And there literally are no words. I am so happy that people enjoy that moment in the show so much, because it was my favorite moment when I first saw it. So the fact that I get to do it and people are enjoying it as much as I am, I'm having fun on stage. And I'm just glad folks are having as much fun out there as I'm having on stage.
So when you took your bow tonight, what went through your mind?
We actually are here. We're actually here. It's actually happening. We opened and people are loving it. And I looked over at my wife and I just told her, I mouthed, I love you, because she's my rock. She's the biggest support. So that's basically what's in my mind.
Had the best time on this journey.